Oh, greetings friends. Welcome to another episode of the Oz Trail's finest. This one is going to be a little bit more cultured than most. We're here just north of the heart of downtown Bentonville. We're here to show you a very special trail, a very unique trail, here in the shadows of the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Masterpiece. All right, welcome to Masterpiece. This one is very unique. This is, well, it's kind of the intersection of pedestrians and riders, and it's art. It's art that is rideable. So this is a very, very unique trail in a very interesting setting. So there's a walking trail that comes right through this. We're right near the Crystal Bridges Museum. So a lot of people who aren't riding happen upon this and they look at it and they don't really know what to think. I mean, visually, it's one of the most stunning trails that you'll ever see. And when you see somebody riding it and you're not really, I don't know, familiar with what's happening, it's something to see. It's quite a vision. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the top and break this one down. It's very short, but it's very fun. And believe it or not, I know it looks menacing, but this is something that almost everybody can ride in their own way. For example, my 4.5-year-old son Dex, he loves coming down this. Now he gets a little bit nervous when he gets to this point, but he can navigate almost the whole thing. So depending on what level rider you're at, I think this is something you're gonna enjoy. It's also gonna be a really cool spot to maybe get some video or some pictures to show people how rad your trip to Bentonville was. So let's go to the top. We'll break this thing down piece by piece. Well, actually, I'll curate your tour of this rideable art. Come along. All right, here we are at the top of Masterpiece. So first question is, how do you get here? Just a couple different ways. My favorite way is you drop in to Ravine Trail. So if you go into the Crystal Bridges property, you can hop in Ravine, blast down that, one of the raddest trails here. That'll bring you right in down there. Or as you come down All American, you can come right up the paved trail and roll in right here. That's what I see the majority of people do. So on weekends or busy weekdays, you see a decent amount of people up here. So first thing is, this is a pretty active path of people walking and hiking up through Crystal Bridges, North Forest Lights area. So first thing is, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're down here to session this, stay off to the side and make sure you're mindful of people walking through. Next is, get your mind right to hit this section. Now, first thing is you start right here. You roll in. It's a little awkward. It's not bad, but if you come in high and then drop straight down those rocks, you're gonna set yourself up and you're gonna roll right onto the beginning of the Masterpiece and start to get a feel for that metal surface. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so first test of Masterpiece right here. So if you start and bring this entry in, it's turning right, it's rocks, it's coming into a fairly narrow section of trail. So my best advice is, as you roll in, after you've looked at it and you're comfortable with what's there, just come in high and get turned and roll straight down, then get into the trail. So this right here is probably one of the most difficult spots on the entire thing. So make sure you're comfortable, roll into this, let your eyes track up, and head out and have some fun. I'll show you my line through this. All right, so you've dropped in successfully. You're ready to hit the rest of Masterpiece. First thing you gotta get past is this fairly tight left-hander. Now it's fairly tight for a reason. It's trying to slow you down a little bit, get you pointed where you need to go. So once you drop into the rocks, slow it down, make sure you make this turn safely. You don't want to hit the inside with your handlebars. You also don't want to pedal strike on this. So slow it down, be careful. Once you get out of here, eyes up down the trail, start your descent, have some fun. Now, this is where you see a few different lines. So if you have some vision, You can come into those rollers, you can roll straight over them, you can manual them, or if your skill level's a little higher, you can try to double out of those. Now, that takes a little bit of nuance, okay? It's kind of awkward, the takeoff, builds pretty quickly, but super fun. After that, you got a really nice little step up. I mean, it's made of metal. Come on, it's metal with a chain all the way around. Look, I'm gonna show you how to hit it. All right, so we're right here where the metal ends. So what's fun is there's a lot of different ways that you can navigate this. So when you come in, I don't know, you can decide, do you want to roll straight through these or do you want to catch some air? So once you get over that, woo, you hit this little step up right here. So this is fun. The faster you go, the more intricate it's going to be. So that builds right there pretty quickly. So if you navigate those rollers and you come in with a decent amount of speed, be prepared for this to push back at you very quickly. So take your time, pre-ride, re-ride, free ride, and build some comfort with this. Now, once you're comfortable here, once you roll down, you're gonna have two options from here on out. So you can stay to the left, get steezy, hit the big lips, or you can stay to the right, slowly build your comfort before moving over to the left. All right, so now you've rolled off the metal, you're onto the dirt. Once you get here, you have two options. So you can stay to the right, nice and mellow, roll down, pump the backsides, or if you're feeling a little confident, you stay over to the left, hit the rock kicker, drop yourself in. Either way, you need to be prepared for the first big jump. Two options there. You can stay right again, nice and mellow, easy little roll away lip. So you can stay low, wheels on the ground, or you can start to progress and get a little bit of air, go a little bit further each time. Now, once you're dialed in there, slide it on over to the left, much more pronounced lip. That one's gonna give you quite a bit of boost, so be prepared. That one's a bit of a qualifier for the last jump. So you gotta get enough height, enough distance on this jump to set yourself up for a few pedal strokes before you hit the next one. So now, let me break down both sides of this first big one. Okay, so we'll break this down a little further in depth. Rider's right, so as you come down, rider's right is gonna be the friendliest side. Pretty mellow, rolls away up there pretty good. You can stay wheels on the ground or you can pop it a little bit, but check this out. You can see a big difference right here. So this takeoff is supreme. It's one of the best takeoffs you'll find in the Australs. It builds really well, but it's designed to give you a decent amount of lift. And the idea is you get some lift, you rotate, pump that backside, couple pedal strokes to hit the big boy that's at the end. So let's go over the other side, break that one down. You've made it to the end. It's time for some wall ride madness. Now, before you decide to get up as high as you can on that thing, there's three different things that you need to think about. Options. So as you come in and you're building that confidence, you're gonna stay to the rider's right. So right here on the inside is nice and smooth and mellow. So you can roll over it, get a feel for the transition. It turns right and the landing and the run out is massive. Once you're comfortable there, you can start to pick up a little bit more speed and maybe jump off of this. From there, you're gonna move over to this side. So the takeoff here is a lot more pronounced, super friendly, but you need to get a little speed in between these two. So once you come off this, the thought process is think about your inside shoulder, rider's right shoulder, leaning where you want to go. Again, the landing is huge. So if you're comfortable jumping, it's a great place to build your confidence. Now, once you get really comfortable on this, you can decide to go up there. And I'll tell you right now, it's the best wall ride I've ever done in my life. Don't think of it as a wall ride. Most wall rides you bounce on off. This is more like a big hip landing. So you're gonna come off this thing, rotate the bike, get like 2/3 down the wall, and then ride right in. Seriously. It's as simple as that. Just do it. I'm just kidding. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't roll the dice on this. Slowly build up to it, have some fun. Okay, right here at the top, you gotta be careful. It's kind of rocky and loose, so just cruise in. Don't strike a pedal here, and then you make your decision. Manual, have some fun here. He'll go right, I'll go left. A little bit of options, and then we'll wall ride. There it is. Short and sweet and fun. All right, kids. this is where the ride's over. So, very important. Once you come off the big bridge, down the metal, start grabbing the brakes. It's a tight 180 right here, trying to slow people down. You have some pedestrian traffic coming through, so check yourself a little bit. Slow it down, keep the smile big, and roll yourself right back up and do it again. Well, folks, there you have it. A little breakdown of Master piece by piece. So very excited you can join us today for this unique trail and some insight to some of the amazing things that are happening here in the Oz Trails. So when you make your plans to visit Bentonville and bike Bentonville, make sure Masterpiece is on your list. Short little ride from downtown, right in the midst of All-American. So an easy one to come and hit in the middle of your ride. You can session, you could even sit right here and enjoy a snack. So hopefully that gave you some good insight on this incredibly fun trail. So if you're not a subscriber, please click below, follow along, check out all the episodes of Oz Trails Finest. We're doing everything we can to really give you a roadmap of where to go here in the Oz Trails. You can also follow along behind the scenes on Instagram @TheRichTrue. So with that, we're gonna close this out. We're gonna head out, I don't know, find something good to eat at one of the many incredible restaurants here. So on behalf of nature and my camera crew, peace out, dumpers.